What it do, all of you? Christopher here, talk a little Pandy, the Panda Dragon coin, chilling on Solana. So, little update video. Wanted to talk about the chart as it sits currently. So, in a nice little position here. We had an individual that, for whatever reason, did 3 buys and then a sell, all within just like minutes. And so it pushed the chart up and then pushed the chart down, but actually we're still net up. These transactions were all just the same person. As you can see, these 3 green candles and then the red candle, it's all the same person. So because of the nature of things, that actually pumped us up just a slight little bit. And I wanted to kind of look at the chart, obviously, show that. So we're sitting at 163.44% up over our initial supply, or our initial market cap, which is fantastic. We're coming up on that 3x. Obviously, you got to get to a 3x before you get to a 5, a 10, 100, etc. So doing well there. And, obviously make sure you get in, as I've mentioned. I know there's a couple folks that I've talked to that are going to soon be getting their Pandy, just kind of waiting on Coinbase. And then the marketing efforts start Friday the 19th, I believe is the date. Double check that. Yes, Friday the 19th. So the company that we're doing the bot with, they're going to be doing our marketing, at least the initial push. So I'm going to kind of test some things out with them. I've been having conversations with a bunch of people, and these guys are great. So we're going to start off with them, see what it does for the project to kind of pump things up a little bit and go from there. So we'll ultimately, we're not really, we're just basically kind of keeping our hands diamond, right? We're just holding on, which is one of the interesting things about this project, and why we keep having people kind of trickle into it, is because generally speaking, after 10 days, like, our project is kind of abnormal in what it's doing. Most projects, there's profit taking that's already happened at this point. But because we have such a big long-term vision, because we're trying to do, good in this world through creativity and charity, etc. And we all know, why this project started, my story, etc. I'm almost positive, I can't say for 100% certainty, but I'm almost positive all of the token holders are part of, you know, part of that our Facebook group. And so they really know the story, and we're all just sitting tight. So there's been a couple other people that have come into the project. They've bought tokens, they've sold tokens. But if you go through the data, you see that they all, it was, I mean, there was one guy who like doubled his 70-cent investment. Wonderful. I'm sure that's like a bot that just makes a bunch of little tiny investments in coins and just catches a little bit of the pump. So I guess that's profitable if you have a bot to do that for you. But ultimately, those of us that hold this thing, we're the ones who are going to see the massive gains, obviously, over the long term, because the project isn't going anywhere. And this should be abundantly clear, because obviously I would be in the position to profit the most by selling my tokens, obviously, as the creator of the project. And I have no intention of selling them anytime soon, even though I could. I can't remember exactly how much my personal tokens are up, but they're up a significant amount that hey, I could use it to pay, some bills, or I could use it to treat myself. I could do something like that. But that's not the point of this coin, right? We're not trying to make a quick buck. We're not trying to do a quick pump and then have the coin come down. We're building something. We're building a rocket to Pluto. And so I don't know. I love the way that this project is going so far. It's slow, it's steady, it's deliberate, and we're getting organic growth. So that's going to really position all of us that are laying this foundation before we start pushing the gas and, really ramping up momentum. It's going to position us all very, very well. So that being said, I also wanted to hop over to the Twitter account. We're sitting at about an 8x, I believe. We're at 64 followers, and we started the project at around 8 followers. So about an 8x there. If we look at the Telegram group, that started, I think it's doubled basically. We were right around like 12-ish, give or take, and now we're at 24 members. We do have the buy bot in place. I didn't realize that on Telegram. I needed to not be, I was basically running the group as like the group, which was anonymizing my username. But once I stopped doing that, then it was able to recognize me as admin. So I've got all the bots set up. There's one other one that I might add to it. But basically, so we've got the buy bot. We've got Rose, which is kind of like a moderator bot. We've got Safeguard, which is making sure that bots aren't getting into the group. It's the one that's verifying that you're a human. And then Chatter Shield is one that we're going to use to kind of set up raids on Twitter with. So anyway, we'll see what else happens, but just kind of taking over some of the aspects of it. It also just helps folks that come into the project to know, hey, these guys are taking this thing seriously. They've got these bots that are accomplishing these various tasks, etc. So yeah, that all being said, I think that's probably good to cut it off here as far as a little update video. As always, I appreciate you. Hit me up in those comments. Let's see you in the Telegram. And yeah, let's get this thing hyped because we're going to Pluto, baby. And if you don't have your ticket, what are you waiting for? Anyway, bye.